So how does the quadcopter sense their initial position, like in returning home?
Okay, your phone has a GPS system, right?
Yes.
Which triangulates your position.
Sir.
It tells your exact position, and then it gives a direction to drive to. It has many applications.
Yes, sir.
Same thing in there. Same thing. Do I need to explain more?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Who is next? You need to be found. Yes, good. Come on.
So why crash landing is not occurring while returning home automatically?
Okay, crash landing. See, there is. It is not that it is landing on roses, but if it see to prevent any sort of, damage to this thing, we have this sort of, you beat them up.
So why it is not totally tilting?
Totally.
Tilting.
You want it to tilt that way, you can program it that way. Okay, it can do whatever you want.
It can tilt like that. You can program like this. It will tilt like this. Again, it will go over. Again, it will go. Whatever you want, you can do.
Your imagination is the limit. Who is next? Come on.
Horizontal motion, it occurs, you say there is, for horizontal motion it requires to be tilted.
Yes, any motion.
Any motion it requires to be tilted.
Any XYZ motion, yes.
If I want a motion like this only, no tilting, is it possible?
I don't think so. See, that is how we are applying the physics, right?
Let's say you want to move forward. Okay. To move forward, what you have to do? Yes, I will get. No problem. To move forward, what you have to do? You have to slightly slant this quadcopter like this. That means you have to just speed up these two motors. You have to slow down these two motors. And whenever it is slanting like this, again you have to increase the speed of these two motors, and just you have to slow down these two motors to maintain the balance. So slightly it will move like this, then again it will balance like this. In this way, it will move forward. That is the basic fundamental behind it. To move somewhat. It may be left, it may be right.
Hence answering your question, no. It can't move with its left, right? Okay. Next, yes. The first to raise hand, again you have another question. Let's see what it is.
Sir, the returning home feature that is there in the quadcopter.
Yes.
Sir, suppose this is the initial portion of the quadcopter,
Yes.
and it moves to that corner.
Yes.
Then to get inside that banner,
Yes.
then the remote is switched off.
Yes.
Will it follow the same path or different path?
No, you take the direct route to home.
Direct route.
Yes.
And does it have any memory to remember its path?
Yes, of course. It has its memory. How it will remember, how it will execute, right?
And that and from that banner it will directly come here.
Yes.
And any obstacle, if there is any obstacle in the path.
See, there are always sensors. You have proximity sensors in your phone, right? That when you put it in your ear, then the screen turns off, right?
Yeah.
Same thing over there.
Yeah.
Yes? Did I answer? Yes, I know I answered. Yes.
So as you said that it will not mind the z axis. So
I
if,
mean, okay, those all things are very relative. You want up, down?
yes.
Okay, up.
So if there will be some obstacles in each path, suppose two hills or two cliffs will be there. It will go in a straight motion. Does it will be go to slide or it will be stopped there?
Okay, please.
So if there will be some obstacles like in
Obstacle in like front motion or
Yes.
like this, yeah.
front motion.
Okay.
So as aeroplane it will slide and it will go. But if the path is narrow, that it will go or it will stop there.
It will, see, you can tune it to measure that it can pass through the given creek or not. Okay. If it can't, it won't.
So that means it will stop. Because
That is-
path is because there is not much space to go there to cross the cliff. So
It will return back from that.
It will return back. See, there is all if and else cases. If you can't pass, you can either do this. If you can't do that either, the last case is always return back home because that is very way easier, right? There are many things that can be done, and if it is not possible, it returns back home. You can program it any ways you want. Did I answer you?
thank you, sir.
That waypoint navigation is not static. For your kind information, that waypoint navigation is not static. That means let's I have set it, this quadcopter will start from that point and it has to cover this corner, then again this, then it has to return back from this point to that. Okay. During flying, during flying, if I want, let's say, quadcopter has moved from that point to this point. During flying, I want to change the direction, not this point to that point. I want to change the direction from this to that kernel. Again, it has to return back to this kernel. During flying also I can do. From fraction of second, let's say 50 to 60 seconds, it will hover like this. It will freeze like this, and again it will fly this state. It can start the flight. That is also possible, dynamic waypoint navigation. But during the flying time, we have to prepare this program and we have to set into that. That has wireless programming facility. It is possible.
You can always put instructions in that create. Now next, who is next? Yes, I saw there. Have this mic. Pass it over.
Sir, a simple doubt. So why we use 4 propellers instead of 3 or 2? Because it will be economical.
Okay, let's tell you. Okay. See, now 4 propellers versus 3 propellers. Now 3 propellers, if anyone fails, it goes down. Okay? Because there is, see, in this direction, if we have something, it will lift up, and in that triangular, you can say that direction it fails, it will lift up. The more number of propellers you have, the more points of, the safer you are. But we have to optimize cost and its own use also, because it can have to carry some loads too, right? If you are putting more propellers, there is something called power to weight ratio. If it can't lift its own weight, how can I expect it to lift something else that I want to?
So
3 propellers, if it's single one phase, it will fall down very fast, right? Without any stabilization and stuff. That is what we are here to optimize. Do you get that?
So what's that what yellow balls in that model?
See, that is for soft landing. I don't want anything to jolt that chips inside, right?
What's the content?
That ball that you beat around your friends with, you know. Yeah.
So if you use hot air or cold air inside that, a hollow ball, and inside that with cold air or hot air, so what will
It's not hollow, it is filled up.
if we use?
I don't think so. You mean that rocket thing you want. That is for your imagination. Do you understand that? See, we have to think that what is practical for our purposes, right? We have to keep the cost down. So maybe your thing is possible, but not cost efficient. Maybe it can fail on experimentation side also, right? That all needs to be accounted for before we can apply anything that you tell us.
Sir, in mobile, the GPS works. Sir, in GPS in mobile system,
Yeah, GPS?
sir, the main system is the SIM card.
No. SIM card has no role to play when it's working with the GPS.
Sir, what is the unit of GPS in the
It's all included in that NMEU. IMU, yes.
Sir, can you explain the working of the?
Explain the working. Like I said, explaining the working is something else. What happens is, when I give it a motion, like when it is GPS logged, it is in the same place, right? So when I push it, it will feel something. I mean, the sensors will feel that yes, we have a motion in this direction due to external forces, right? Huh? See, I am pushing that quadcopter while it is flying. So the quadcopter sensors, the accelerometer, gyroscope and stuff will feel that yes, I have been pushed. Yes, it will feel that. So, and then the program inside it will be triggered, which automatically moves the rotor in such a way that will try to get it back into the place. And that is how I will work.
Then while moving in backward or forward direction, why that program does not work?
What program does not work? Every program works.
Why it does not move back into its initial position immediately?
Immediately, I mean, you like teleporting or something.
We are navigating in forward direction. That program is there inside to bring back it in.
Yes.
That's why not it is immediately back.
See, as we are What is happening to this? As you are on ground, there are brakes that can just put it off immediately, I mean stop the thing immediately, right? But in air we don't have brakes. What it does is move forward and then pretend to do a backward motion just to counter that forward motion. You understand that? It's like putting the car in reverse when you are moving forward. You understand now? Because in air it works like that. We don't have brakes, we don't have something to put firmly our feet on or something like that in air, right? So we have to counter that motion that we are already doing. So it moves in the reverse direction, okay? So to counter the two forces, and the resultant will be that it stops. And hence it takes time, okay? It cannot stop immediately. Okay, there are
Sir, in helicopters they use one propeller.
okay.
Then why don't we use one propeller? We will maintain.
Okay, okay. Glad you brought up helicopter. Okay, I will explain helicopter right now. Wait, I am answering a question here. I am still in process of answering your question.
Only DC motors can be used.
Somebody asked me
You can change
that
the DC motor.
why don't we use only one propeller for this thing? Yeah, then it will be a helicopter, not a quadcopter. To answer that, but in other sense, okay. See, when we switch to only one blade, we need some additional things, okay? There is not why, everything is possible. But why we did this specifically is that to stabilize it, okay? We don't want any elongated rudder to control it, okay? We want it compact. Huh? Okay, wait for that. I can't listen to you because my ears are closed. Speak up very loud.
Yes, helicopter can also stay in limited.
But what you need in addition is something which has a long tail and a fan, okay, to control its own yaw motion, because we have 4 blades here to control its yaw motion. But in helicopter we need an external rudder to control its yaw motion. See, this is the innovation that is done. Why don't we do it another way? Because it has already been done before, right? Do you understand my point? I mean, everything can be done, but why we do it this way? Because it is different. Yes. Next, here is first. Okay, any residual doubt later, please. I have to cater to everyone. Last one first. Pass it on. Last one first.
Sir,
Yes.
there are 4 propellers.
Yes, 4 propellers. Put the poles down. In the bag. Come on. Yes.
But there is no propeller in airplane. Why it is fly?
Hey, aeroplane is easy. Give me the mic. Okay, take it. You will tell that you understood that. Okay.
Moving part, the action is a rotor.
So, how an aeroplane works? Okay. Keep the cameras and phones down, please. Keep the cameras and phones down. I don't want this to happen. You want to learn here, not to capture anything, just to be in doubt later. Come on. How aeroplane works? So, you can't tell like that. So, there are 2 wings, right? Like this. Underneath the wings, we have jet propellers that pushes air backwards. 2 wings, you know? 2 wings. Underneath the wing, we have a propeller. Jet propeller we speak is, okay, that pushes the air backwards to give it a forward thrust. And then the front portion of the aeroplane is thicker and the rear portion is thinner. That creates an air pressure difference that gives it the lift to move up. That's how an aeroplane works. Did you get my point?
Sir, this quadcopter have 4
that one body
Yes.
is flying.
But helicopter has one propeller.
Yes.
Then it will return
But
back.
it's backside to small propeller. How it fly?
See, that is to counteract the yaw motion, okay? The backside rudder is to counteract the yaw motion of the helicopter. And if you want to know about the front and sideways motion, I tell you right now how it works.
And I am you have to clarify.
Okay, so, okay, new question we have, come on, here, no, I already have a question, I have to answer that, okay. The question was, how does a helicopter work? I explained right now how an aeroplane works, right?
Frame and size doesn't matter.
And now how a helicopter works. It has only one propeller. Huh?
Tail is small propeller.
Propeller is one. There is a just rudder to compensate for its yaw motion, right? So the helicopter's body doesn't turn. Okay. Yes? Now how a helicopter works. There are 4 blades, okay? Or 2 blades. However you want. Now. Okay.
Yes, you can fit for
See.
aerial photography figure. Aerial photography. That was there.
Okay. You can sit down for now. I'll come back when he shows his thing.
Lowest? Vertical weight.
Near zero.
Nearly about 2 centimeter from
Okay.
few centimeter, 1 to 2 centimeter from the but you fly.
Okay.
So let me answer my question.
You are showing some videos, right? Right. क्या वीडियो दिखाना है? हाँ? क्या एरियल फोटोग्राफी? अरे हाँ क्या नहीं है?
My right possible, but it is quite unstable. Extremely right. Very unstable.
Sir,
You can go for hexar also, you can go for octa. That is more stable than this.
but we don't have any aerial photography, but aerial view we have.
That is
Aerial view. This one. Okay, after this I'll answer how a helicopter works.
this is the aerial photography. No, not this one.
Aerial view?
And not for this one.
Not for this. You can always put a camera inside it. Everything is possible. Limit is your imagination.
It is nearly about 2 to 3 kilometers above from ground.
So you can observe that the video is quite smooth, right? Video is not stuttering or blurring over. This is because of the IMU unit we have put in here. Yes? You get that? There are so many vibrations happening due to this propellers, but still it is not affecting the quality of the video as much as it could have.
No, you don't tell the center of the top of the extremely range. So lifting top is right.
Yes? No, not my doctor, but it is possible to know that. You can always put in anything you want, right? You can always also carry load. Okay. Okay. Now comes the big question. No, I have to explain one thing is in pipeline, okay. Wait, I am coming to your question. Now, his question was, helicopter has only one propeller, right? Doesn't have 4 propellers. So how does it generate its tilt so that it can move forward, backward any ways I want? Legitimate question, yes? Yes? Yes. So we have 4 blades or 2 blades, right? 2 blades or 4 blades configuration. So the speed of rotation of this thing is constant, always. The blades always rotate in one speed. They don't have multiple speeds, okay? The basic principle behind every motion that it makes is the angle that the blade makes with the horizontal defines the air it cuts through and pushes down. Yes? And that creates the amount of lift or the pitch or roll motion that you want it to make. Do you get my point? For now, what changes, you know now, what changes in a helicopter blade? The angle of the blades. Okay, now, how does it affect? Now, lift is okay, okay? Lift is okay? The more air it cuts, then more lift it will get. Now, what happens now is when you want it to move forward and backward is, see, this is the back portion, okay, back. We have rudder. Now this is the back portion. Now what you want to do from here to here or here to here, you want it, the helicopter cut through more air and push it down more air, right? Everybody get that? So when in the lower portion you want more air to cut down, so you increase the angle of the blades with respect to the horizontal. Yes? So that it pushes down more air and generates more lift. And when it comes back in this place, in the front side, it will have less angle with the horizontal. The blade will have less angle with the horizontal. So it will cut through less air and push down less air, and hence that lift is created. Everybody get that? Yes? Yes.
So how to change that angle?
How to change what?
How to change that angle?
That is all programmed in. See, the pilot's worry should not be what is the angle of the blade. Okay, the pilot's worry should be that if it moves the joystick in front direction, it should move. That is the difference between engineering and the application side. I am solving the cube, okay, but somebody else has made that algorithm that is using that, right? These are the two aspects. The pilot doesn't have to worry about anything about the physics of the helicopter. Next, who do we have next? We have Mike. Okay, the beside you, the one beside you, yes, heroes, yes.
Sir, if the quadcopter is flying from a table,
Use the mic.
the quadcopter is flying from a table.
Yes.
If we change that table from one place to another place,
Yes.
if the quadcopter is come to the home,
Yes, of course. Because see, the GPS coordinate is not with respect to the table. Yes. Do you understand that? It is with respect to the GPS satellite that has been put stationarily in every part of the world. Okay.
if it comes to the ground,
No, it will point, it will hover that.
See,
it is flying position.
it has its X, Y, and Z direction, right? So it has already a Z associated with it. When it is on the table, and when you remove the table, it will hold it. That is the thing.
How much speed it can go?
Speeds up to 60 km per hour.
See,
You can increase it, you can decrease it, no problem.
that is
The
the
rating of the motor.
yes, that is the limit of this quadcopter. Okay, but technically, you cannot exceed the speed of sound with a propulsion technique like this. You understand that? Because it will rupture the blades. Okay.
Sir, why it's vibrating when it's landing time?
Vibrating.
Vibrating.
Vibrating. Why does it vibrate? I didn't see vibrating.
Landing time.
Due to the motion
Ah.
of the blade.
Due to the motion of the blade, yes.
Small vibration, very small.
Small vibration.
What happened? The propellers is absent.
Propellers are absent.
Then, in this place, the circular disc is present.
Circular disc. How it will cut through air? You need to push air down, right? You need to push air down so to get the lift. If it is a disc, it will not work. To be frank, it will not work. Now give me the mic. I have to.
I will give you one example. Listen, you just do one thing. You must have compact disc CDs. Okay, you must have CDs. You just put. You have some table fan in your home. Table fan. Okay, you just remove that blade. You just attach that compact disc to that. Okay, you will observe no air will come forward. That is the logic behind it.
You can have it.
Sir, is there any condition in which the rotational equilibrium might get disturbed because the torque gets unbalanced?
It will get unbalanced. That is why we have the IMU sensors, right? To get the signals that some external forces are working to disrupt its motion, and the counter motions that the blade will perform is programmed in there. Get that?
So the force which will act will be internal force, so it cannot disturb the inertia.
What is internal force? What is their internal force to act upon it? Tell me. What internal force do you think will act upon it?
Once the inertia is disturbed, then rotational inertia is disturbed, means it will be difficult to stop it.
No. Oh, okay. See. Do I have everyone here? Yes. See, rotational disturbance you want to see like this? Huh? Like this? How it will do it unless you give a lot of speed in here and less speed here. It will not do like this unless we do that. Yes? It won't do it. Seriously. Now sir would like to fly it if you want to keep your hand raised down. Please put your hands a little down because sir will try to fly it over here right now. Yes? Yes.